Before we begin this video, let me say thank you for everything this year. It honestly felt surprising I made it this far, but those who stuck with me through thick and thin and every video on this channel, I owe it to you. Thank you fellow pretzels, and I hope to see you in 2022. And if you want to become a fellow pretzel yourself, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And now, let's begin the video. Warning! The following video is a parody of the Everything Wrong With series of videos by Sinnoh. Viewpoints and opinions shared here are not intended to be taken seriously since they do not reflect my actual opinions on the game. And without any more delays, I hope you enjoy the video. The original Diamond and Pearl has us tap the center of a Pokeball to send out Rowan's Munchlax, and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl doesn't. Wow, first 30 seconds of the game and I'm already complaining. Barry can't find me 10 million Pokédollars. I can't even hold that much. And now, it's time to teach people that stealing is okay. But I'll cut this thievery some slack since A, Lucas and Barry were originally going to return the briefcase, and B, self-defense, so only one sin for stealing, and that's it. Starly in the first battle can still be shiny. Unlike Sword and Shield and several titles prior, they definitely doled it down on shiny locks, and thank god for that. But they couldn't shiny lock the Starly in particular. Game Freak did it in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire to the Poochyena attacking Professor Birch. Oh, and for the record, I'll get this out of the way quickly. The Catcher tutorial Bidoof can also be shiny. Why? That wasn't the case in the original Diamond and Pearl. Barry, for all you know, he could have been falling asleep in front of you and Lucas. He was clearly in thought about the current predicament. Wait, what? I want to know what you were gonna say, Dawn. You don't just tell me you would do something if I wasn't kind towards Pokemon and leave me clues about it. What were you gonna say? Tell me! And if Lucas didn't like Pokemon, you would have not taught him those things and you would have done whatever unspecified thing you didn't say. I just want to know what she was going to say, okay? How do Pokemon's know who to sell what to, and what merchandise to lock out of certain trainers? Are trainers required to show their badge case before purchasing to verify that they can purchase something like a max potion? It would seem weird having very little options and the amount of merch just increases out of the blue when you in particular, no one else, gets one badge. Finding clowns in a city. I don't know how to feel about that. Also, all the answers are yes, nullifying the use of no. But I didn't want a tip on using the old rod. Why are you still going to give me one anyway? Tyler's dad is a dick to his own son if he's giving him a level 5 Magikarp that does nothing but splash. Be thankful EXP share is permanent, otherwise leveling it up to become a Gyarados would be a nightmare. Also, EXP share is permanent again. Just like the last time, it does remove the aspect of grinding, which is fine, but the option would have been nice, especially here due to it becoming very overpowered much later on. No it won't. Actually, Shiny Pikachu is a darker yellow, not orange. I don't understand the logic behind that either, because it won't be yellow anymore when it evolves, unless he gave his Psyduck an Everstone that I'm not aware of. Since Rock's on the topic of HMs, I'll remove a sin for the fact we don't have to shove them on Pokemon anymore. Seriously, thank God for that. I knew they'd be back, but at least they were implemented in a way where I don't have to reluctantly have to catch a B-barrel to teach it nearly every HM in the game. Actually, that's not quite right, because I decided to research which Pokemon are part of an evolution line and which ones are not part of a line. I counted every single Pokemon that currently exists at the time of making this video, and calculate the percentage of Pokemon that are tied to evolution. From what I've gathered, 167 out of the 901 Pokemon that currently exist do not evolve or are not part of an evolution line, which equates to 18.5%. This does take into consideration what has been revealed so far for Legends Arceus. But then I decided to subtract the number of Pokemon with regional variants that have their own unique evolved forms, like Galarian Farfetch'd's evolved form Surfetch'd, and Pokemon coming to Legends Arceus like Weirdeer and Basculegion, which I am assuming will have pre-evolutions being Hisuian variants of Stantler and Basculin. And even with those subtracting the total number of Pokemon not linked to evolution, the total percentage of Pokemon that aren't linked to an evolution line still comes out at approximately 17.6%, meaning 82.4% of Pokemon are tied to evolution. So Rowan's research is actually incorrect, and it's actually less than 90% of Pokemon that are tied to evolution. What? How? How did they find these mythical Pokemon? Honestly, it was on you for telling me on where the other key was. If you didn't do that, I wouldn't have gotten the idea to battle the grunts at the flower patch. Well, I don't really understand, because only now you tell me your goal is to create a new world. All I've seen so far is grunts trying to steal information and honey, and that's it. Nothing about creating a new world. I do not like the sound of that. Have you seen Drifloon's Pokédex entries, trying to steal children? And in some version, it talks about Drifloon dragging kids into the afterlife. I'd rather be on guard when it comes to Drifloon. Chibi, Cynthia. This is not a sin. I just love the fact that this is real in an official Pokemon game. I can't believe I'm expected to find 32 different NPCs in the entire region's underground just to spawn a single Spiritomb on Route 209. Hikers don't even count, which sucks, and I can't do what I could do in the original Diamond and Pearl and just leave and go back in again and again and talk to the same person 32 times. Just don't leave your house unlocked when no one is home, kids. So you were assigned to use a Silcoon? That's like if Giovanni assigned rocket grunts with metapods and cocoonas. I kinda feel bad for this grunt. Dialga is not a mythical Pokemon. Neither is Palkia in that regard. Good talk, Cyrus. I can kind of see why no one understands what Team Galactic is talking about now. What a coincidence that Lucas's mom happens to be in Hearthstone City where her son just managed to get to, and at the same time, bring a tuxedo of him to use in contests despite having no indication that they would meet each other in the very same building to discuss the possibility of entering Pokemon contests. How did she know to bring a tuxedo with her for that occasion? What defines a Pokemon as cute in Amity Square? They tell you that you can stroll around with a cute Pokemon, but the full list of Pokemon that you can stroll with in Amity Square consists of each stage of each Sinnoh starter, the Eevee line, Pikachu, Pachirisu, Happiny, Buneary, Clefairy, Psyduck, Drifloon, Jigglypuff, Skitty, Torchic, and Shroomish. Yes, most of these make sense, like Skitty, the starters, Happiny, and several others from this list. I think are very cute, but there are some Pokemon I believe are a lot cuter that would fit the cute criteria, like Togepi, Teddiursa, even Castform would work. But that's mainly what I think. The point is, I just want to know how a cute Pokemon here is defined. How else can eggs be obtained? I mean, no matter what, if I breed anything with a Ditto, the offspring is always the first stage of whatever Ditto breeds with, for the most part. And when two Pokemon with different genders breed that are part of the same egg group, the offspring is always from the same line as the female Pokemon. If they don't lay eggs, how do they coincidentally find an egg which always contains something related to the Pokemon I put in the daycare? It's pretty obvious that Pokemon lay eggs, because finding a random egg containing something related to what you put in the daycare, like every single time, just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, okay girl, like that's going to help you with your research at all, battling a random passerby. Boyo! Isn't Lost Tower meant to be where dead Pokemon are laid to rest? Isn't it kinda disrespectful to the dead that everyone here is just battling Lucas willy-nilly? Lucas, how are you pushing Torterra so casually? Sayonara, Veilstone Game Corner. I understand why it's not here because of the whole gambling aspect, but I'm just gonna add a sin though for our fallen comrade, nothing more than that. Because the character customization is actually a pretty good trade-off for the Game Corner, and thankfully the Game Corner music is still there. What would Team Galactic have gained from stealing Dawn's Pokédex? Only logical answer I could think of is Pokemon data for their operations, except considering how far into the adventure Dawn and Lucas are, her Pokédex is far from complete. They'd still get info, but not a lot of it. This Galactic grunt is oblivious to Lucas taking the fly TM from inside the warehouse. I mean, he literally walked right in. Why are you just standing there? The fact you need to catch every unknown letter before the cave here opens up leading to the last two unknown. I spent like 30 minutes looking for one last unknown letter when I had 25 of them, but the spawn rate for it was low because it only appeared in a room where 20 of the total unknown letters appear while all having a 5% encounter rate across the board. The amount of duplicates I ran into was immeasurable. No one just actively takes on people they know they will lose to, because that's just stupid. Are you saying all collectors are like that? I highly doubt it. Ugh, the bug. Not the most obnoxious thing out there, but if you get yourself sunk in accidentally, it does waste time. Wow, that's... I can't even describe how sad that is. Now's not the time for a battle, Barry. Did you not see Lucas chasing that Galactic grunt just now? What does the secret medicine consist of if it is able to cure Psyduck's chronic headaches? What makes it secret? Sounds like it could be a very useful medicine for many trainers. God damn fog. Thank God for the new HM system. Why isn't anyone trying to stop this single grunt? We've seen townspeople with Pokemon, so why are they standing there instead of trying to protect the town?
Now it's time for everybody's favorite subject, math!
Maybe, but don't say that around me, since, well, don't take this the wrong way, but you never got out of a dilemma when you battled me before. Like, ever. Noob? As a longtime Pokemon fan, I took that very personally. Sure you are, Barry. Considering I've defeated you every time we fought, you're clearly tougher. If you consider this island a Pokemon training ground, I'd consider this place a playground for my Pokemon. You're clearly showing frustration to your defeat, Tyler. No distinguishable difference between humans and Pokemon? They ate at the same table? They were very close to humans? Does this imply what I believe it's telling me? I honestly don't want to think about that. Are you sure? Doesn't your leader Cyrus use a Gyarados, which for the record is probably one of the toughest Pokemon he battles me with? These Magikarp shouldn't go to waste. Why is her name just 3 question marks here? We already battled Mars at Valley Windworks and we were told her name. Oh no. Please don't tell me this Haunter is holding an Everstone again. Of course it is. 10 sins for the worst trade ever, and you know what? Another 10 because of the fact she straight up laughs at you. F you, Mindy, for everybody you have trolled over the years. You know what? I will add a sin for every Pokemon a Gym Leader / Elite 4 member uses that doesn't use their respective types, since if I did them all separately, it would get repetitive really quickly. So without any more delays, here we go. Candace's Medicham, Volkner's Octillery, and his Ambipom. Aaron's Drapion gets a pass because its pre-evolved form Scropy starts off as a bug type. Bertha's Sudowoodo, Flint's Steelix, his Lopunny, and of course his Drifblim. Volkner's Pelipper in his rematch, and finally Aaron's Flygon in the third rematch, which for the record should be a bug type. It's even in the bug egg group. Did I just walk through that item? Team Galactic should just fire this grunt if he is just standing there when Lucas is either taking an item or using a key to enter the hideout. If you don't make friends with your Pokemon, do us a favour and explain why when Lucas battles you again on the Spear Pillar, you have a Crobat. Wild Crobats don't appear anywhere in Sinnoh, so is there something you have to tell us, Cyrus? I'm going to add a sim for the teams of several Galactic grunts for this later to the game. Like, what's a Wurmple gonna do to me at this point? And if this is Team Galactic's final operation, you'd think they prepare themselves with some of the best Pokemon Team Galactic has got, not some Wurmples. No, Arceus created Sinnoh and the whole Pokemon world. Dialga was assigned to govern time within the Pokemon world, but he didn't create it. Uxie Ex Machina, Mesprit Ex Machina, and Azov Ex Machina, all at the same time. I'm taking a Sinnoh here because this is without a doubt one of the coolest battle backgrounds I've ever seen in any Pokemon game, and it really works well here. Plus, there's an entirely different background if you battle Palkia in Shining Pearl. We interrupt Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl to bring you a playthrough challenge. What happens to a gym if a gym leader decides to go away and challenge the Pokemon League? Do they get somebody to fill in as the new gym leader? If so, how is that decided? This guy has no reason to be standing there. He just tells us that eventually our world will grow larger, implying we will see more of Sinnoh, and he only decides to move his lazy ass once we get the national dex. The only reason I'm saying this is because the reason he is standing there is stupid. Even considering we can now find Pokemon not in the Sinnoh dex in the Grand Underground, even before obtaining the national dex. Oh no. It's that piano tune. It's coming. My inevitable demise is coming. Actually, I think the Pokemon League has gone very far with the difficulty this time around. Like, for most of the game, I've been over-leveled for a long time throughout, so it felt refreshing to have a challenge, but the difficulty went way too far. Like, these Pokemon the League used were unlike everything else I battled so far. Like, these Pokemon were built for competitive play, not a normal playthrough. Every Pokemon the Elite Four use not only have beneficial natures for all of their Pokemon, but also every Pokemon has an item and a beneficial ability, whether it's one of their regular abilities or even their hidden ability. Like, one of the most notable Pokemon that the Elite Four use is Flint's Infinite with its hidden ability, Iron Fist, which boosts the power of punching moves by 20%. And Infinite's moveset in this fight consists of Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Close Combat, and Mark Punch, which are all punching moves. But of course, unlike the Elite Four, not only are Cynthia's Pokemon fully EV trained, but they also have perfect IVs alongside everything else the Elite Four had in their battles. The beneficial natures, abilities, items, movesets, everything. Her two most frustrating Pokemon in my opinion were first, of course, her Garchomp. This time her Garchomp not only has its hidden ability Rough Skin, but is also holding a Yachi Berry which weakens a super effective ice type attack. So if you were thinking about using a fairy type as an alternative, well, Cynthia thought of that because her Garchomp also knows Poison Jab. Basically the main reason I lost the first time and had to try again was because this Garchomp has everything to stop you and overcome its own weaknesses. And the other most frustrating Pokemon to me that Cynthia uses is her Milotic, because it just refuses to die. Just like Aaron's Heracross, Cynthia's Milotic is holding a Flame Orb, which benefits Milotic because of its ability, Marvel Scale, which boosts defense by 50% if inflicted with a status condition. And to add insult to injury, it has Recover. And if you think about using a special move since Milotic's physical defense is boosted by Marvel Scale, well, they thought of that too, because her Milotic also knows Mirror Code. And Milotic's last two moves can inflict status conditions, those being Scald and Ice Beam. So you have to deal with yourself getting burned yourself, or getting frozen, wasting even more time than her Milotic already does. This is all what frustrates me the most about the Sinnoh League in this game, but what frustrates you the most about the Pokemon League in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm sure someone out there also has something to say about the Pokemon League themselves this time around. Wait, what? I thought I already captured the Lake Trio. How did they get here? The fact the majority of the postgame is locked away unless you see every Pokemon in the Sinnoh Dex. I battled every trainer in order to see as many Pokemon as I could just to access the postgame. At the end, I was missing one Pokemon, Drifloon, which only appears at Valley Windworks on Fridays. I wasn't prepared to wait a week just to see the rest of the postgame. I shouldn't have to change the date on my Switch just to access the rest of the game. The Buddy, I eventually went to Stark Mountain before entering the Battle Tower. I helped you there, and I'm the champion of Sinnoh. Don't tell me I don't stand a chance there. Where did my Garchomp go? I was pushing something, but the Garchomp wasn't there. Why was the Luna Wing renamed to the Luna Feather? Yeah, they are still the same thing, but it just seems like a random thing to rename, even after fans have been calling it the Luna Wing for over a decade at this point. Wow. After taking the Magma Stone, the ground begins to shake. Honestly, that would leave me slightly concerned if moving the Magma Stone is what caused it. Of course, Buck isn't concerned about it. Well, until later on. What a fool. What the f***? What the heck? Level 100? To be honest, I really like this fight. Molly, are you okay? Without a letter, we never get to see that Pokemon unless we glitch our way there. Well, at least before the 1.1.3 patch.